This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Ken Kraft is joining us again. He is the founder and CEO of Hope of the Valley, which is what?
We are a rescue mission, and we care for the poor and the homeless, and our geographical area right now is centered here in the San Fernando Valley.
As you know, recently in the city of Los Angeles, the mayor of the city council really declared a war on homelessness. What's your sense as to the timing of that announcement and why now? What is it about right now that's causing so much attention to be paid to homelessness?
Well, there's been a big push for a reduction in homelessness, that we were going to end veteran homelessness by 2015, and yet the latest survey came out and homelessness has increased 12% over the last 2 years. So I think the city council, the mayor is saying, okay, what we've been doing is not working, and if we're serious about this, we're going to have to come up with new strategies and structure and funding in order to deal with it.
And how might that help Hope of the Valley?
Well, oftentimes it truly is funding that limits us from opening up new shelters, new permanent supportive housing, and so having funding will change the landscape dramatically.
That being said, you are opening a few new facilities, despite the fact that funding hasn't come in yet from the city of Los Angeles, or at least new funding. Tell us about your help center in Van Nuys.
Well, the Help Center I'm very excited about because Van Nuys is the epicenter of homelessness in the San Fernando Valley.
It is.
And so what we are doing is opening up, we're calling it a homeless mall. It's a one-stop shop where anybody in need can come and get a full array of services, whether it's a hot meal, a shower, clean clothes, case management, mental health services, veteran services. So instead of somebody coming to a shelter and then saying, well, go to Pacoima for this or Reseda for that, it's all centered in one area.
Yet another facility is opening, though, the Care Center.
That's up in Mission Hills, and that's a specialty shelter. That's where I think we've all heard of patient dumping, where hospitals dump homeless people back on the streets. We're creating the first of its kind solution here in the San Fernando Valley, where all 17 area hospitals can now bring their homeless patients to us.
Specifically,
and it'll be staffed with LVNs, RNs, CNAs, and also on site will be a mental health clinic, a community health clinic, and a full commercial catering kitchen.
Are these folks willing to accept mental health care?
Yes, they are. I mean, most of them they are, especially when you're at the bottom looking up, and when they're coming in from hospitals, they're in a weakened condition. They've been broken down, and they have either an illness or they have an injury, and they're really trying to get back on their feet.
Also, as we head into the winter, there is a need for specialized shelters when it gets cold. Tell us about that.
Well, Hope of the Valley this year was awarded 2 cold weather contracts from LAHSA, which is the Los Angeles Housing Services Authority. So we'll be operating a 120-bed shelter in Sylmar at the Armory, and we'll also be operating a 100-bed shelter in Pacoima. And so we're very excited about that because last year when we ran the cold weather shelter in Pacoima, we were able to place 58 people during that limited season into permanent housing.
Wow. Your organization, Hope of the Valley, received an honor recently, an honor you did not expect to receive, but one which is much appreciated and well accepted. Tell us about it.
Well, the great nonprofits, they notified us and said that there had just been a number of people that had written in, emailed, phoned them about us, and we didn't solicit that, but it came to them nonetheless, and so they then bestowed upon us the honor of being one of the great nonprofits of 2015, and considering the fact that we're only 6 years old in our nonprofit development, we were quite honored to be named among some of the other great nonprofits.
What does it mean to you?
I think it means we're on the right track, and it means that our donors, our volunteers, anyone that wants to know who we are, they can go online and we have complete transparency. They know when they're giving us a donation that it's going to the front lines to help those most in need.
How can we go online and give a donation or volunteer?
The best way is just go to www.hopeofthevalley.org, and there's opportunities to donate, to serve, to get involved, and make a difference.
His name is Ken Kraft. He is the founder of the genius behind Hope of the Valley.